I casually flicked away a cigarette butt, never expecting that single motion to change my life forever. It didn't take long for me to notice something strange. The cigarette butt hadn't landed where I threw it. It was drifting along with the water, slowly floating away. That didn't feel right. I decided to follow it and see where it went. Carried by the current, it slid straight into a storm drain. What I saw next completely stunned me. This drainage channel led directly to the largest bank in town. To be sure, I traced the flow of water in the rain all the way along its path. The result was exactly what I suspected. The drainage systems around the bank were interconnected, and there were structural weaknesses. At that moment, a crazy plan began to take shape in my mind. The next day, I told my friend about it.
Bien grande.
That night, after the bank closed, we parked our car outside. I took out a measuring tape and lowered it through a manhole to measure the distance. The result was clear. We were just 18 meters away from becoming millionaires. We were thrilled, but digging straight into the vault was too risky. First, we needed to figure out the bank's internal layout. The next day, I walked into the bank pretending to be an ordinary customer. As I observed the positions of the security cameras, I secretly took photos. My behavior quickly caught the attention of a security guard. He demanded that I hand over my camera, but when he checked it, there wasn't a single photo inside, because I had already removed the memory card. In fact, I had intentionally drawn his attention. I needed a closer look at the interior layout. When I got home, I sketched out a floor plan of the bank from memory. But there was still a problem. We didn't yet know the exact distance from the sewer to the vault. So I came up with a simple solution. The next day, I marked my bicycle tire. Starting from the manhole, I rode all the way to the bank entrance. By counting the number of tire rotations and doing some basic calculations, we figured out the straight line distance to the vault. That meant we could dig a direct tunnel. Driven by the thought of the fortune within reach, we started digging immediately. Soon, we ran into another problem. Even if we got into the vault, how would we open the safe? If it took too long, the entire plan would fall apart. To understand how the lock worked, the next day we sent our bespectacled friend to scout. He pretended to be a wealthy client making a deposit and managed to observe the vault door lock up close. When he returned, we got to work right away and built a hydraulic device that could pry the lock open in seconds. Fueled by dreams of sudden wealth, we spent the entire night digging in the sewer. Just when we thought everything was under control and the tunnel was nearly complete, another problem arose. How were we going to break through the vault floor? And with people coming and going in the bank every day, even the slightest mistake could expose us. I had no choice but to abandon the original plan. Then, I came up with a better idea. Since we couldn't go in through the door, we'd flip the approach, stage a robbery in broad daylight. One group would create chaos up front, drawing all the security's attention. The other group would enter the vault through the tunnel, giving them enough time to open the safe. In the end, the tunnel would also serve as our escape route. My friends all agreed it was a solid plan. The next day, we covered our fingerprints with glue, grabbed a few toy guns, and walked straight into the bank.
女士们、先生们，我们要抢劫这家银行，所有人都面朝向趴在地上，快点！给我趴下！都趴